What happened on the 7th of October is extremely tragic. It's like the closest to Holocaust, the biggest pogrom in modern history of Jews, and not only Jews. What is even more tragic, that these awful events were accompanied by the rise of an unprecedented wave of anti-Semitism. And what happened on the 7th of October? It was difficult to believe, but there were members in the American Academy who declared that that was the beginning of liberation movement. There were dozens of students' organizations who immediately accused Israel in these awful crimes, saying that that's natural result of the struggle for their liberation of the Palestinians. It was giving legitimacy to the most awful pogroms, to the events most close to Holocaust. Traditional social justice movement was always for the right of every person, as Israel fighting for its right to exist, and every state to enjoy equal rights. Now, when social justice movement is connected to some neo-Marxist theories about oppressors and oppressed, and viewing Israel as the last remnant of colonialism, oppressing these totalitarian Arab countries, this shifts sympathy to Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East, to the fighting against Israel. I want to remind you that only recently we had communism alive, where the idea was that there must be dictatorship of proletariat, which will be deciding what to do with the bourgeois. And the result of this series was killing of tens of millions of innocent people. Thanks God, this world of Marxist-Leninist theories fell down, and suddenly it's emerging in the new way, which can bring us to some tragic developments if we will not stop.
From California to Michigan and along the East Coast, college campuses erupting in protest.
Already for many years, I would say at least 20 years, campus become the battlefield for the future of Jewish generation. But those who are brainwashed, all students in the university who explained again and again that real liberal should be connected to progressive theories of oppressors and oppressed. Almost 30 years ago, Alan Bloom wrote his book, Closing of American Mind, when instead of teaching how to be open, how to be liberal, how to support human rights for everybody, people are brainwashed with these theories of oppressors and oppressed. I could never imagine that Marxism-Leninism, after such a spectacular failure, after so many victims, that will come back in American universities. And now American universities are really the place of brainwashing these anti-liberal, progressive, oppressors, oppressed ideologies. The first who responded to this awful tragedy of the 7th of October were progressive students and professors who declared it as the beginning of the liberation. And that's the danger. Jews are the first victims, but not the last. The moment we accept this theory, all our democratic society will be in danger.